Hey my dudes, it's Caitlin, and today I'm going to tell you guys what not to bring to college. So basically I made a complete college packing list the other day, and I told you guys every single little thing you need to bring to college. But what I didn't tell you is what you absolutely don't need to bring to college, so that's what I'm going to be telling you guys today. If you're new here, my name is Caitlin, and I make college videos, lifestyle videos, journaling videos, a whole ton of things, and my main goal is just to inspire people who watch and help people as much as I can. Don't forget to follow my Instagram to keep up with me, and don't forget to watch the everything you need to bring to college packing list video. I will have both of those linked in the description box, and with all of that being said, let's just get into the video. Okay, so this whole list has no order whatsoever, and you may think that some of these things on this list were necessary for you in college or will be necessary for you in college. These are just my opinions and what I think I didn't need my freshman year of college. Packing for college can be really stressful and time-consuming, and if you can save yourself any time and any amount of space in your dorm, you want to do that. So with all that being said, let's just get into it. The first thing that you absolutely don't need to pack is a garbage can. Personally, for our dorms, they provided garbage cans for every single dorm room. You can bring a garbage can if you want one for the bathroom, because there definitely won't be one in the bathroom. But I'm pretty sure that all dorms everywhere provide garbage cans, and some dorms even provide mini fridges and microwaves, so just check what your dorm provides. It should tell you on your school website, but if it is provided by your dorm, then don't bring one. You do not need some fancy trash can. There's no need to have an aesthetically pleasing trash can, and if you want one for the bathroom, then you can have one for your bathroom if you want. The next thing you do not need is most of your clothing. So for this, it's really up to personal choice. But I didn't use a lot of the clothing that I brought to school, specifically shorts. It depends on where you live. Where I live, most of the school year is fall and winter, so that's most of the kind of clothing you're going to need. You're only going to need a couple pair of shorts for at the beginning of the year when it's hot and warm outside. And also going out clothes. I would not have literally 10 going out outfits unless you plan on going out every single night. Do not plan on taking a ton of going out clothes. You usually end up wearing like the same 2 outfits anyway for going out. Just bring a few staple going out pieces. And if you bring just a few pieces for going out, then you'll be set if you're going out like once a week or a couple times a week. A lot of the going out clothes I brought, I didn't even wear. I just wore a couple of the same outfits every time I went out. And yeah. So for shoes, you're going to want a couple pairs of shoes that you wear every day, and then your going out shoes, which are the dirtiest shoes ever. You do not need high heels unless you're planning on doing something like sorority rushing or anything like that. Fancy shoes are for only if you're rushing. If you're not rushing, do not bring any high heels. I promise you, you will never wear them. I brought a lot of shoes that I just never wore, and they took up so much space. So a good way to measure this is if you have a pair of shoes you don't wear once every 2 weeks, do not bring it. Just bring the shoes you're actually going to wear. All you need are a few pairs of shoes. Something that I brought that's completely random, but maybe one of you guys are thinking of bringing it, is a drying rack for my clothes. So I got this like foldable mesh drying rack that I could this is how I'm explaining it. It's like you twist it up and then you pull it out, and it's like a mesh drying rack for your clothes. I hang dried a lot of my clothes, but honestly, you can hang dry your clothes wherever. You do not need a specific drying rack to hang your clothes up. The drying rack ended up being like 10 times bigger than I thought it was, and it took up so much space, and it was so obnoxious, and I would really recommend not bringing one of those. I don't know what I was thinking bringing one of those. I was just trying to be extra prepared, and the extra preparedness just ended up in me having to pack a buttload more of stuff than I needed. So the next thing you don't need is throw pillows, and this is especially if you're going to have a lofted bed. If you have a bed that's going to be super high up, nobody is going to see your bed at all, and you will not need throw pillows. If you have a de-lofted bed like I did, you might want 1 or 2, but any more than that, it's just gonna be excessive. You're in your bed a lot of the times in your dorm because it is so small, and that is the most comfortable space. It just takes up space on your floor when you don't make your bed, and a lot of people don't end up using throw pillows. So something that I would not bring and I didn't use and is really expensive is a TV. So if you still watch cable TV, then go ahead, buy a TV. If you play video games and you want a big TV, go ahead, bring a TV. But otherwise, just use your laptop or computer to watch Netflix or Hulu. A lot of people buy a TV because they think it's like necessary, and I think it is one of the most unnecessary things, especially now that there are so many streaming services online. Another thing that I never needed was a futon. So some people do have a futon if they have like a single room and they have a ton of space, no extra bed in there. But a futon is honestly just not really necessary, and the only time it is necessary is when you have people over. We all just sat on each other's beds anytime we went to anybody's dorm. The beds were where everybody sat and talked and hung out. If you have a low budget or you don't want to move a whole futon, then I suggest not getting one. But if you really want one, then go ahead, get one. Another thing I never needed or wanted was a printer. So most campuses, you can look into this, your campus might be the same way, but most campuses have printers like everywhere all across campus. In every dorm on my campus, there's a printer, and printing does not cost a lot of money, and it's much easier to print on a campus printer where they refill the ink, they refill the paper, things like that, rather than you printing on your own printer, because you're gonna have to buy the ink, you're gonna have to buy the paper, you're gonna have to make sure it's working, you're gonna need space for that printer. Like, printers are bulky. So I highly recommend just skipping the printer altogether and using your campus resources for that. The next thing might be a little controversial, but I recommend not bringing a bike. So basically, if your weather is like my weather at my school, most of the year you will not even be able to ride your bike. I have a big campus and I managed to walk to all my classes or take the bus, and I did have a bike and it ended up getting stolen anyway, and over the winter you're gonna have to store that bike someplace. So overall, I just did not have good luck with bikes on my campus, and I don't recommend having a bike. I don't recommend using Tide Pods. I recommend getting like a big container of detergent and a mini one and refilling the mini one to take down to do your laundry. I know people who used Tide Pods and the Tide Pods melted and stuck to their clothes and like ruined their clothes. I just never have used Tide Pods, and I really don't recommend them because I saw so many people's clothes get ruined from them. Don't bring any huge bins. If you bring like one huge bin for under your bed, maybe that'll work. But overall, you have enough storage in your dorm and under your bed and in your dressers and drawers and closet. Yeah, that one's just really straightforward. I don't think you need any huge bins, because if you don't end up filling those bins, then it's just going to be an empty bin taking up a ton of space. And yeah, I never needed like a ginormous bin or anything. I just used boxes to pack all my stuff to go to school, and that worked out perfectly. I may be in the minority, but I'm a proponent of having maybe just a couple plates and a couple bowls in your dorm, just in case you want to like steal food from the caf or order carry out or something like that. But I do not think you need any cups. If you already have coffee mugs, just use those. And you can have like your reusable water bottle. You really don't need a cup. We had cups in our dorm, and it was like the most unused thing in our entire dorm. So I recommend just do not bring any cups. So for school supplies, I highly recommend just getting like a binder and a 5-subject notebook, and then just waiting till school starts to buy the rest, because I have never needed a lot of school supplies. I love school supplies, by the way. Like, I go overboard with school supplies, and I still don't need that much. There will probably be a store on or near your campus where you can buy school supplies, and you might as well just wait and see what you think you'll need, rather than going and buying everything you would have for high school and then bring that to college. You do not need nearly as much school supplies for college as you do for high school. I don't think you need a purse for college. I don't think you need to bring any purses unless you like just absolutely have to have a purse. You usually have your backpack on you at all times when you're walking around. And then a lot of people had like those wallets with like the lanyard on them, so they could have their keys, their wallet, and maybe even their phone all in the same place. This is the little wallet that I used my entire school career so far, and it has never done me dirty. If I had anything bigger, I'd always just put it in my backpack. Now for cosmetics and hair care and body care, any toiletries, I would only bring the things you use on like a weekly basis. If you never use something, like if you use it like once a month and it's not necessary, like it's not medical or anything, do not bring it. It will take up so much space that you don't need it to. So yeah, for like skincare, hair care, body care, Just bring what you use on like a weekly or daily basis. Don't bring anything else because it will take up so much room. And lastly, I knew people who brought bedrisers, but usually you will not need bedrisers. If you think you'll need bedrisers, wait till you get to college to buy them. I don't even know why bedrisers are a thing anymore. Usually beds can be lofted or delofted, and they don't need to be risen up with like chunky little plastic things. If you really need them, you should buy them after you move in, when you know you'll need them, because otherwise they'll take up space and they're just not going to be necessary. Okay guys, that is it for today's video. I hope that this helped some of you guys prepare for college. Don't forget to check out my complete college packing list video, everything you need for college. I will have it linked in the description. Don't forget to go stalk my Instagram, and then don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys next Sunday. I have a posting schedule now. I'll see you guys in my next video, whenever that is. Peace out, guys.